My name is Ambassador Esther Waringa. I am the President of Public Service Governance. In public service governance, we promote good, accountable, responsible leadership in the Republic of Kenya, in Africa, and in other nations of the world. uh, I have passion for good governance, and in this regard, I ran for our country's fifth president of Kenya. And well, I did not get the position, but I'm still on my way, running for the sixth president of the Republic of Kenya, and actually focusing to be the first woman president in our country. And I'm ready, together with my team, to put our energies together towards uh, realizing the sixth presidency. And why would I like to be president? Because it's my desire and it's my vision that the people of our country, the people of Kenya, realize their God given services, like services to adequate clean drinking water, services to every family. It's my desire that every family in Kenya have food on the table. It's my desire that we no longer have street families, other have all children in school. It's my desire that agriculture becomes the backbone of our economy. It's also my desire that we have sustainable electric energy. So I'm ready to ensure that we introduce like what we call the well, the artificial ways of making sure that we generate energy so that every household is connected. Also, there is something that is really killing our global climatic conditions. This is the global climate recession. I'm ready to address the climate change through planting 40 billion trees in my government's administration to ensure that Kenya becomes a global lead in climate change mitigation. In public service governance, we have a unit of humanitarian assistance. Why is this so? Because I desire that every human beings live peacefully and always live a life that they have shelter, they have food, they have water, and they have a conducive environment for them to live. So, with that, with the humanitarian directorate of public service governance, we have been able to connect to the Sikh community in Kenya and around the world. Now, allow me to talk about the Sikh community in Kenya and beyond. Through our mission of ensuring that humanity in Kenya, in Africa, and around the world realize their basic human needs, we happen to very well integrate this with the Sikh desire for langar, that every human being must be fed. And this originated from the Sikh father or the Sikh first master, who is Guru Nanak. That is where the langar ideology in the Sikh community started. Since then, this Sikh langar ideology or activity has spread all over the world. It is actually here in Kenya and it is spreading here in our country. And I must say that I salute the Sikh community and I salute Guru Nanak in his deathbed, for what he started today has become a global humanitarian service. I have visited several Gurdwaras, and before I go to that, I would really like to thank and salute Mr. Mohinder Singh, the current leader of the Sikh community or the Sikhism based in Birmingham. He visited the Republic of Kenya, and when he came to Kenya, we met at the Ryan's at the institution around Gara, where he was opening a Sikh rangal, and we had food distributed in schools through his initiative. And after that, we organized a public service governance youth conference in Kericho Temple, We are so grateful that the Sikh community were ready, and even actually they did it. They donated the whole auditorium in Kericho for our youth conference, and Mr. Mohinder Singh was the chief guest. He delivered a speech that even today has transformed our youth in the Republic of Kenya. I salute him for the good work and the good seed that he planted in the hearts of our youth. Later in the conference, we discussed at length about the issues of peace and governance in the Republic of Kenya. And since then, I promised him that I'll be able to do all that is within my capacity and capability to be able to realize good governance and peace in Kenya, which he's so passionate about. And not only in Kenya, even in nations of the world. Actually, after Kericho conference, following up was a conference in Germany that was bringing together world leaders to discuss peace and governance, which he invited me, but due to one or two issues, I was not able to attend. And I want to believe that the proceeds out of the conference then have contributed to the global peace and governance around the world. Though I know we are suffering like what we are seeing in Russia and Ukraine, but I want to believe that Mohinder Singh and the Sikh community are up to the task to ensure that they participate in the peace process to be able to bring global peace. I must not forget, though I've forgotten to come with this very unique, very unique award that he gave to me. That is the coin that he was given by Queen Elizabeth. He gave it to me and he told me, Madam Esther, this is a gift to you also for the good work that you're doing towards humanitarian assistance, good governance, and peace in Kenya, in Africa, and around the world. So I salute him, and may he continue leading the Sikhism in that direction, because the Sikh slowly are becoming a global influence on humanitarian mission, especially through Langa, on good governance, and in peace. Like in Kenya, they are known to spearhead the process of peace. We have just concluded a conference over the weekend on Friday, that on Saturday, that was held at the Sikh temple South Sea, where we were remembering, where we had beautiful. Yes, we have just concluded a very special conference organized by the Universal Peace Federation, which actually I happen to be an ambassador of peace, having been awarded the ambassador for peace by the Universal Peace Federation for promoting peace. And this special event last Saturday, 18th of December 2022, at South Sea Gurdwara was organized by the Senior Coordinator for Universal Peace Federation Peace Initiatives, Mr. Ramshada. And it was all about the Punjabi Kavi Sabra, about the culture, the poetry, the language of the Punjabi people. And it was awesome. We had poets, we had songs, we had expressions, we had great statements coming from renowned leaders and great leaders from the Sikh community. And this must continue, because this was a relaunch. And because we relaunched, then it should continue. And we are ready also to participate in the process and even the upcoming activities towards realization of the Punjabi Kavi Sabra. And I must say that it was awesome because it included some of the leaders in Kenya, where I happened to be invited as a guest as well, and some of the political leaders in the country who gave their speech about the beauty of Sikhism, about the enhanced engagement of the Sikh community with the people of Kenya, with the Black people of Kenya, until some of us are already desiring the Sikhism, and we are very happy about it. Well, yeah, I must say that we are experiencing the impact of great Sikh leaders across the world, not forgetting Dr. Lagbir Singh Bains, who was a Canadian scholar and actually spent most of his life dedicated to humanity. And in that regard, he was awarded a great award for selfless service to humanity. And he actually developed an encyclopedia on Sikhism. So these are great hearts, and he happened actually to visit the Republic of Kenya and visited the Sikh Ramgarhia temple in Pangani, met the leaders, and I want to believe that what the leaders borrowed from him, they actualize it today or they practice it today for betterment of humanity. So may he rest in peace as we continue to celebrate the works that he has done. So in this regard, we would like to remember the good work also that is being done by Mr. Avtar Singh by ensuring that he also continued documenting the history of these great men, Dr. Barnes. Yes. Thank you for continuing to document his story, because his achievement as a great scholar and a promoter of humanitarian missions around the world, there is so much that the world can borrow. And I must say in that regard also that when I was working with the United Nations, I happened to do so much humanitarian missions in South Sudan, in Somalia, in Nigeria, and other suffering democracies in Africa. Like in Sudan, I helped so many children who are already in prisons and did not know what to do. They had no parents. So we have been called to serve humanity. And when I was leaving Sudan, when I was leaving the United Nations, I was awarded the Distinguished African Woman Leadership Award for promoting good governance and selfless service to humanity in Africa. We cannot give up. We are committed to do it. We must not end this conversation without discussing the state of Sikhism in Kenyan politics. Sikhism are coming up strongly to join up in Kenyan's governance. So far, we don't have Sikhs in the Kenyan governance, whether in elective or appointive seats in government. And that's why I have decided to throw my weight, having walked the journey with them. I have known who they are. They have a beautiful heart. They have a beautiful heart for humanity. And I appointed during my run for presidency as the fifth president of the Republic of Kenya, I appointed a Sikh deputy president, Mrs. Idajit Kurihao, who has been with me. And because, again, I'm running for the sixth presidency, I will still have Mrs. Idajit Kurihal as my deputy president to represent the many hearts of Sikh community who are willing to serve Kenyans, and of course give Sikh community an opportunity. And by God's grace, I happen to read government next. Then I will have a few Sikhs to be in my cabinet, like trade and industrialization, because most of the work that the Sikh do in our country, most of them are contractors, business people who can be able to enhance trade and industrialization in our country. So we can have like 4, 5 cabinet ministers. I have another one who is an expert in finance, Mr. Jabal Singh, and another one again who is an expert in another field. So in health, Mr. Meta of Paramedics Healthcare, who has been supporting our peace and governance missions in the country. Another renowned, very powerful businessman, Mr. Charanjit Chaga. All these people must serve government in Kenya. And I hope that my administration will be able to bring them on board as the sixth president of Kenya. And today, we have this interview done by Mr. Avtar Singh from Punjabi University, and he is in my office. This office is where we coordinate the presidential mission and the public service governance in the Republic of Kenya. And he is today with us taking this interview, and he is totally committed to develop a documentary for Dr. Lagbir Singh Barnes to ensure that this documentary is shared around the world. And even I believe that it's going to be shared within the scope of the university historians and philosophers so that they can continue enlightening the world about these great men, Dr. Ragbir Singh Barnes, who changed life in the world and will be a living example, will be a mentor to many, will be a teacher to many, and will be remembered all the days of our lives as long as we live. So as we wind up, it's from Ambassador Esther Waringa, the President of Public Service Governance and the 6th President of the Republic of Kenya. Thank you very much.